What's up, fight fans? Welcome to my channel. This is Johnny, and in today's video we're going to be going over the statistics that nobody talks about when mentioning this weekend's fight at 168 pounds between the undefeated rising contender Diego Pacheco and the seasoned, grizzled, hard-hitting veteran Trevor McCumby. Before I continue, I want to say thank you to all the new subscribers. Thank you to everybody who's been with me since day one. If you haven't already, could you please remember to hit subscribe? Could you also remember to like this video and go down to the bottom of your screen right now, find that bell notification button, click that so you never miss a video. All right, guys, a couple short announcements. I launched on our channel last week a Johnny Says Boxing Insider membership package. So if you're already a subscriber and you want to join that, you'll get exclusive perks like insights on our betting, insights on our parlays, our picks. You'll join our community. It's a couple bucks a month. There's a second level to that I launched as well, and that's where this video comes into play. In the second level, it's a couple bucks extra. You get all the level 1 perks, but with your level 2, every month you get to send me either a fight or an upcoming matchup or a specific fighter that you want me to feature on the channel based on who you like. So in this video, this shout out goes to Carlos, one of our level 2 Johnny Says Boxing Insiders. And in this video, we're gonna break down Diego Pacheco versus Trevor McCumby. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna go over both fighters' careers. I'm gonna talk a little bit about how they go about their business, each fighter's path to victory. And like always, stay tuned to the end of the video. That's where I'll be going over the current Las Vegas odds and be giving you my prediction and telling you where to put your money. Guys, every now and then a fighter breaks through to the mainstream after a big fight in which they lost, not in which they won. And in steps Trevor McCumby, the 32-year-old Arizonian. We last saw him fight Caleb Plant. When that fight took place, we saw an all-out brawl. McCumby came in huge underdog. He came in aggressive. He buzzed Plant early. He dropped Plant, and people were kind of on the edges of their seats watching this unfold. As the fight played out, Caleb recovered and eventually stopped Trevor McCumby. But it was in that fight where people were like, all right, maybe that record of McCumby's, maybe that knockout to win ratio, maybe those hands of his are actually all legit. Hey, I want to see him again. Now, in steps Diego Pacheco. We last saw Diego, the 24-year-old from the Pacific Northwest, undefeated, also has power in his hands. We last saw him fight stablemate of Terrence Crawford, Steven So-Called Nelson, in a 12-round decision. Personally, I learned a lot about Diego in that fight. I'm sure that his camp and himself took a lot from fighting an undefeated veteran in Steven Nelson. And with the belts at 168 held up like they've been for a while by Canelo Alvarez, we'll see if a movement happens after his fight with Bud. This matchup between Diego and McCumby proves to be, for the winner, an opportunity at least at a potential title eliminator fight. So right now I want to remind everybody what's at stake going into this weekend in Frisco, Texas. Guys, when Trevor McCumby buzzed Caleb Plant late in the second round of his last fight and later recorded a 4th round knockdown against the former IBF super middleweight champion, people were thinking, well, McCumby might be legit. Pushing Plant legitimized McCumby to an extent, yet the heavy-handed veteran from Glendale, Arizona realizes he still needs to make believers out of cynics Saturday night who think he is a limited power puncher. I think it's a great fight for me, said McCumby. It's better fight stylistically for me than even my last fight against Plant, and I'm going to come out and really show the world my speed and power and that I'm not one-dimensional. Pacheco, on the other hand, picked McCumby after the LA native and his team determined he wasn't offered enough money to travel to Quebec, Canada to face Montreal-based Christian Mabili in an interim title fight. Mabili is the ring's #1 contender to Alvarez, who owns the ring, IBF, WBA, WBC, and WBO 168-pound crowns. Guys, this fight is on the undercard of Bam versus Cafu. A lot of eyes are going to be on this fight. A lot of questions will be answered regarding Diego Pacheco and Trevor McCumby. So I'm really excited about this fight. One more shout out to Carlos for assisting, asking, and picking this fight on his membership. Right now, I want to take a closer look at Trevor McCumby and see what he's been up to in his career. McCumby's 28-1 with 21 knockouts out of 1,792 fighters in the world. at 168 pounds. He's ranked number 78. He's fought a career total of 104 pro rounds and has a 75% career knockout to win ratio. The 32-year-old American is a 6-foot orthodox fighter with a 74-inch reach. He was born in Yorkville, Illinois, but calls Glendale, Arizona, USA home. We last saw him fight Caleb Plant, 22-2. He got stopped in the 9th. Pearson, 17-3, won a UD in the 10th. Martinez, 44-10, won a knockout in the 1st. Rodriguez, 41-13, stopped him in the 5th. Romero, 20-15, won a UD in the 8th. So the only time McCumby has stepped up in his career, it was his last fight. He got stopped against Plant. At 32 years old, people understand, he understands it's now or never. If he goes in against Pacheco, a 24-year-old on the rise, and doesn't come out victorious, he's going to really be left thinking, where does his career go from here? So it's an understatement to say that McCumby is going to be anything less than prepared come fight night. His advantages in his head are going to be in the pocket. He thinks that he's going to stay there. He thinks he's going to have the power, and his durability will be too much for Diego Pacheco. All those things I just said will be tested. That's why we'll be tuning in. Let's take a look at the 24-year-old and see what he's been up to in his career. Guys, Pacheco's 23-0 with 18 knockouts out of 1,792 fighters in the world at 168 pounds. He's ranked number 7. He's fought a career total of 104 pro rounds and carries into the ring a 78% career knockout to win ratio. The 24-year-old American is a 6'4" orthodox fighter with a 79-inch reach. He was born in Los Angeles, California, but calls Renton, Washington, USA home. We last saw him fight Steven Nelson, 20-0, UD in the 12th. Sulecki, 32-2, won a knockout in the 6th. McCalman, 15-0, UD in the 10th. Caceres, 32-5, stopped him in the 9th. Gallegos, 20-1, stopped him in the 4th. Guys, Diego Pacheco, in my opinion, has already stepped up. I like at 24 years old how his team has moved him. The Manny Gallegos fight, he stopped him. It wasn't that long ago we were high on Manny. Manny stopped Khalil Ko, and going into that fight, Manny was picked by a lot of people to beat Khalil Ko. Khalil Ko got his get back. Then after that fight, he fought Sulecki, stopped him. We just saw Sulecki recently on the channel, and he's coming off a victory. And then he steps up to fight an undefeated Steven Nelson and beats him by decision. Guys, at 24 years old, the future is bright for the young American. He's tall, he's long, he likes to exchange, and with both guys coming in with over 75% career knockout to win ratio, I expect fireworks. When I put both guys side by side, Diego's going to have youth on his side. He's going to have the height advantage. He's going to have the reach advantage. Right now, people are giving McCumby the power advantage, but I'm not so quick to limit Diego's power based on statistics and based on what people say about McCumby. I'm going to wait until the fight plays out. Diego will give McCumby his wish and fight him in the middle. If Diego wants to, he could fight him at range. He's going to have the longer reach. He could use his jab if he wants to. I think in terms of a path to victory, Pacheco has more on the drawing board. I don't think that that's a shocking statement. And regarding my bet, before we go over those Las Vegas odds, I do want to remind everybody, I go live on the channel every single day, and in those live streams, we talk about our long parlays, our upset alert picks, our prop bets, over and unders, and knockdown props. On this video, on all my Stats Don't Lie edited videos, you're only getting my money line. All right, guys, let's pull our sports betting apps out right now. The app I use in Sydney, Australia is called Sports Bet, and currently on the money line, Diego Pacheco is a $7 favorite, meaning you put 100 on him, you get $7 in return. The draw is 25-1. McCumby is a $10 underdog, 100 on him, you get your money back plus $900. McCumby's a big underdog. He has what you call a puncher's chance. In terms of betting, safe bets, if the $7 isn't worth the squeeze for your parlay taking Diego, stay tuned because there is an excellent knockdown prop in this fight that I'm going to go over on our live streams that I think I'm going to go heavy on for my pick. I feel Diego is going to remain undefeated. I think his energy, his youth, his range, his distance, his power, all of it, his arsenal is going to be too much for Trevor McCumby. Guys, this is not an echo chamber. In the comment section below, let me know how you see this one playing out. Do you think it's going to be Pacheco, business as usual? Or do you think the veteran McCumby is going to open more eyes and impress people and come out on top? Also, if you haven't seen my breakdown, analysis, and prediction of the main event in Frisco, Texas on this card between Bam Rodriguez and the South African Pumalele Kafu, stay tuned to the channel because that's coming up right now.